What is going on, everybody? We are live for the Cleveland Guardians and the San Diego Padres. Hopefully you guys are having a good night, but we are going to be continuing streaming all of these games. So, yeah. For tonight's pitching matchup, it'll be Logan Allen for the Guardians. And for the Padres, it'll be Michael King, the King on the Hill. So, yeah. So we'll go through the starting lineups really quick. For the Guardians, it's going to be Stephen Kwan in left, Jose Ramirez in third, Kyle Manzardo DHing, Carlos Santana at first, Nolan Jones in right, Bo Naylor catching, Mr. Agenda, Gabriel Arias at second, Daniel Schneemann in center, and Brian Rocchio at short. And for the Padres, it'll be Fernando Tatis Jr. in right, Luis Arraez at first, Manny Machado at third, Xander Bogaerts at short, Jackson Merrill at center, Yuli Gurriel DHing, Jose Iglesias at second, Brandon Lockridge in left, and Elias Diaz catching. So that's the lineup today for the San Diego Padres. And yeah, that's what we're working with tonight. So, hopefully we get some tuner inners, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. Game will be starting in a couple minutes. But so waiting for some people to join. Might be a slow night tonight. I don't know. Let me share the stream real quick. Wow. Why is my thumbnail's wrong? What the hell? I just realized my thumbnail was wrong. Well, that makes sense. That's why nobody's here. Must have deleted it. Oh no, there it is. There we go. That should be good. We will be starting here. Michael King takes the mound. You're almost ready for first pitch. Hoping some people clutch up and join tonight. Tuesday nights, huh? Slow. So we have a couple people watching. I appreciate that. But yeah, watching the sports expert. So oops. All right, it is time for baseball, everybody. Here's Stephen Kwan at the plate. So here we go. Here's the first pitch from King to Kwan. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Amir, what's going on? Appreciate you joining. Check your chat. Your live chat. It'll be an 0-1 to Kwan. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Upstairs with 1-2. So it'll be a 1-2 to Stephen Kwan. Here's the pitch. Inside, 2-2. So I love how we play the two teams that don't strike out at all. The Padres and the Royals to start the season. Here's the 2-2 to Stephen Kwan. Pitch. Outside, 3-2. Kwan working a count here. Here's the payoff to Stephen Kwan. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. What a take by Kwan on a really good pitch by King. And we'll have a runner on first with nobody out. Coming up to the plate is third baseman Jose Ramirez. Here's Jose Ramirez at the plate. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-0. I don't know how Jose Ramirez continues to still be an underrated player. Like, bro, you almost had 40-40 last year. Not many players have done that. Here's the 1-0 to Ramirez. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. It'll be a 1-0 to 1-1 to Ramirez. Here's the pitch. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air. Foul. 1-2. So it'll be a 1-2 to Jose Ramirez. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. It's a blooper. Machado under it makes the play for the first out of the inning. So run on first, 1 down. It'll be Kyle Manzardo up at the plate for Cleveland. So here's the pitch to Manzardo. Outside, 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 to Kyle Manzardo. Jesus Christ, Mark Rogers. What's going on, Karan? Appreciate you being here. Here's the 1-0. I saw it. Evaldi complete game. That pitch hits the outside corner, 1-1. So it'll be a 1-1 to Kyle Manzardo. Here's the pitch. This is foul ball, 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 to Kyle Manzardo from Michael King. Here's the pitch. And Quan almost picked off, but no, not almost picked off, but pickoff attempt, and he's safe at first. So here comes the 1-2 offering to Manzardo. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. Count stays 1-2. Hit that like button if you guys have not. Would really appreciate it. Helps us in the algorithm. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Yeah, that's a bad matchup for Manzardo, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Coming up will be Carlos Santana with 1 runner on and 2 down. Here's the pitch to Santana. In there for a strike, 0-1. Excellent pitch. It'll be an 0-1 from King to Santana. Oh my gosh, come on. Why is it stopping like that, bro? All I did was freaking take my earbud out for like 2 seconds. Oh, well. Here's the 0-1 to Santana. Inside, 1-1. It'll be a 1-1 to Santana. Here's the 1-1 offering. Outside, 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Down low, 3-1. It'll be a 3-1 to Santana. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2. So it'll be a payoff pitch to Carlos Santana. Here's the payoff to Santana. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. Count stays full. Once again, it'll be a 3-2 to Santana. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a grounder foul, and the count stays full. Oh gosh, I'm so dumb, bro. Once again, it'll be a 3-2 to Santana. Here's the 23rd pitch of the inning for Michael King. Here's the pitch. What a pitch. Got him looking. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. And the Guardians have not scored in like 9 innings. Yikes. Bottom of the 1st, it'll be Tatis Arraez Machado. I'm fully expecting a Tatis leadoff home run. I can't believe we traded Josh Naylor just to sign Carlos Santana back. That move fucking reeks. Because Carlos Santana sucks. What a joke. So if you guys are not, please hit the subscribe button for new channel and the notification bell. Here's the first pitch at Tatis Jr. High ball 1-0. What's going on, Daniel? How's it going? Appreciate you joining the stream. Go Guardians. Here's the 1-0. Foul ball 1-1. Here's the pitch. Foul ball again, 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 to Tatis Jr. from Logan Allen. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. Count stays 1-2. Here's the pitch. Outside 2-2. Here's the pitch. Down low, 3-2. Good frame job by Bo, but couldn't get the call. Foul ball again by Tatis, and the count will stay 3-2. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. This pitching staff is trash. Dolan. Here's the first pitch to Luis Ariz from Logan Allen. The bunt, pop up. Jose Ramirez dropped it. You have got to be kidding me, but they'll get the force at second. Wow. So it'll be a runner on first, 1 down. What's going on, Jacob? How's it going? Being out all night? Nice. Hope you had a good time wherever you were. How the hell does Jose... Here's the pitch. Machado grounder to Ramirez to second, on to first. That'll be an inning double play as the side is retired. We'll head to the top of the second as the game is at 0-0. So, yeah. Jerem dropped the ball. Yeah, but he got the force at second because it was a bunt. Play the Knicks tomorrow. There we go. My brother doesn't have a basketball game tomorrow. I'm going to the Cavs game. Nice. There you go, Jacob. But yeah. Here's the first pitch to Jones, in there for a strike, 0-1. So it'll be an 0-1 to Nolan Jones. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 to Jones. Here's the pitch. From King to Jones. Swing and a miss. That'll be the first out of the inning. Absolutely embarrassing at bat. It'll be Bo Naylor coming up to the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh my gosh. They can't stop chasing. What the hell happened to the approach they had versus Kansas City? Here's the 0-1. Down low, 1-1. It'll be a 1-1 to Bo Naylor. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-1. It'll be a 2-1 to Bo. Here's the pitch. Oh, I'm an idiot. My phone died. So. No idea what I'm doing here, bro. It'll be a 2-2 to Bo Naylor. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging. Unreal. Second out of the inning. This is embarrassing. It'll be Gabriel Arias coming up to the plate for the Guardians. Pretty poor performance tonight. And that pitch is outside, ball 1. It'll be a 1-0 to Arias. Here's the pitch. That pitch is also outside for a ball, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 offering. That pitch is in there for a strike, 2-1. That pitch is swung on and missed on a good sweeper, 2-2. Here's the pitch. I can't do these AirPods anymore. It'll be a 2-2. King to Arias. Foul ball. Here's the next 2-2 offering from King to Arias. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. Wow. Third out of the inning. Just absolutely no words for that inning. That was a bit abysmal. One to the bottom of the second. For the Padres, it'll be Bogarts, Merrill, and Gurriel. So, what an absolute disaster in that inning. Come on, guys. Here's the never mind. I get it. Michael King's one of the best pitchers in baseball. Come on. This is ridiculous. I'm not listening to their bullshit. Donald Soul can go fuck himself. Sorry. I'm just really ticked off because it's just become a joke. They can't lay off anything right now. Plate discipline is garbage. But, you know, it is what it is. Jonathan Powder, North Carolina. I'm not mad at that. Thank goodness. I didn't want him. A lot of Buckeye fans wanted him. I didn't. Like, I'm not trying to screw with the Gabe Cupps and Jonathan Powell shit because it's chemistry. We have to be chemistry. I might be the only Buckeye fan that's actually not mad at that. But we are back from commercial break. That means we can actually get a legitimate small forward now, not Jonathan Powell. And that pitch is outside to Bogarts, 1-0. I know some Buckeye fans are going to rant, but I'm not. There we go. The Yankees lose. Here's the pitch to Bogarts in there for a strike, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. That pitch is in there for a ball, 2-1. That pitch is in there for a strike, 2-2. So it'll be a 2-2. Yeah, Eugenio Suarez is off to a crazy start this season. Sir Karam. Here's the pitch. Swung on and Arias can't make the play. That was going to be a tough play, but that's going to be a base hit. So runner on first, nobody out. Time we play, I think we play 3:45 tomorrow, something like that. Here's Merrill at the plate. Here's the pitch. Foul back, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Up the middle. Arias to first. Double play! Gabriel Is that Arias to make the play or was that Rocchio? I don't know, actually. Double play. The Cleveland Indians. That's 2 double plays now. Turned by the Guardians. Who turned that? That was Rocchio. 40 Central Time. Oh, yeah. There we go. Here's the pitch to Gurriel. Outside 1-0. Logan Allen might be the truth, folks. Logan Allen. Watch and learn. That pitch is outside 2-0. Leiter on the mound. There we go. Jack Leiter. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 2-1. Here's the pitch. And it's a pop-up. Santana under it. Makes the play for the third out of the inning. We'll head to the top of the third. But yeah, coming up for the Guardians, it will be Daniel Schneemann, Brian Rocchio, and Stephen Kwan. So yeah. If you guys have not, please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Turn on the notification bell. Like the video, would appreciate it very much. So yeah, we're watching the Logan Allen fest. Bro, I think Jack Leiter can be good Karam. Like, come on. Like, bro. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 to Daniel Schneemann. Here's the offering. Swing and a grounder foul. 1-1. Pitch is outside, 2-1. Outside 3-1. Swing and a foul. It's foul. Yep, 3-2. Here's the pitch. Got him looking. I mean, Michael King is absolutely cooking our lineup right now. Yes, I will be streaming the game tomorrow, Jacob. 1 down. I'm not happy right now. This is bullshit, man. I mean, we suck. Holy cow. Swing and a miss by Rocchio. Here's the 0-1 to Brian Rocchio. Swing and a fly ball. It's going to be shallow. It's going to be a tough play. It's caught by the left fielder, Lockridge. What a play. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Bounce around 6. I might have to leave early because I'll be going to this game. All right, Quan got out. I can't remember what he did, though. I can't remember how Quan got out. Oh, no, he didn't get out. He walked. My bad. So nobody on, 2 down. That pitch is high, ball 1, and it's 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a base hit for Quan. So runner on first, 2 down. So he's gotten on both times tonight. So it'll be Jose Ramirez with a runner on first, 2 down. See if he can do some damage. Here's the pitch. Foul back, 0-1. Here's the pitch. 0-1 to Ramirez. Down low. Here's the 1-1 to Ramirez. And they hit him in the foot. Come on, Michael King. Be better. Be freaking better than that. That's bullshit. Come on. That's the second time now in this series that he's had some injury to the foot. Let's go. Come on. Be better. Too much dancing with your pitches, dude. Runners on first and second, 2 down. Coming up to the plate is Kyle Manzardo. Here's the pitch. Outside 1-0. Here's the 1-0 to Manzardo. Here's the pitch. Out in there for a strike, even though it was way outside. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Manzardo. Outside 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a fly ball. That could get down. No, it won't. It is caught by Tatis Jr., and that'll be the third out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the third. We're still scoreless. So appreciate you guys being here. Hit the like button if you guys have not. Would appreciate it very much. So we're back from commercial break. San Diego Padres will be hitting. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, ball one. So it'll be 1-1 to Jose Iglesias. OMJ. Here's the 1-1 to Iglesias. Outside 2-1. That pitch is outside. I think he walked him. They're not even showing the game. They're showing, is that Joe Musgrove up there? Yeah, runner on first, nobody out. They walked him. They weren't even showing the game for some reason. And a bunt attempt by Lockridge, and he misses 0-1. Bro is glazing because he beat the freaking White Sox. Are we serious right now, bro? It'll be an 0-1 to Lockridge from Allen. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a line drive base hit fair. Oh, my. Quan lost it. That might get him a run. No. So runners on second and third, nobody out. That was a bit of a lucky hit there. Just stayed fair. So second and third, nobody out. We're going to get swept. We just had no pitching advantage in this series. I'm getting worried. We're going to struggle if it's not Bibee or Williams on the mound. So. But yeah. That pitch is in there for a strike and the count is 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Elias Diaz. Swinging a grounder to Santana, and he'll look the runner off at third. Nobody will score, and that'll be the first out of the inning as Diaz was retired. What's going on, Cam? Yes, sir. Go Tribe. The Tribe, the Tribe, the Tribe, the Tribe, the Tribe. It'll be Fernando Tatis Jr. at the mound, on the mound. Amante with the hit, and Brentley with the injury. Here's the pitch to Tatis Jr. It's a grounder. He's going to go home with it, and he is out. What a play by Brian Rocchio to get the runner at home. And we have runners on first and second, 2 down. There we go. I will try to stream as many games as possible, Cam. Yes. That pitch is in there for a strike to Arise, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Here's the 0-1. Down low, it's 1-1. Down low, 2-1. Fouled back, 2-2. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a grounder to Arias. Arias to first. Got him. That'll be the third out of the inning. As Arise is retired. We'll head to the top of the fourth. As the Guardians and Padres are still scoreless. Padres have 2 hits. The Guardians have 1. If I wanted to. If I wanted to. For the Guardians, it'll be Kyle Manzardo, Carlos Santana, and whoever the 5th hitter is, Nolan Jones. What are we doing down there, bruh? Why does someone have to sawdust or something down there while I'm streaming the game? Like, bro, quit it. Oh, my gosh. If I wanted to, just don't stop. Appreciate everyone being here. So all right, we are back from commercial break, everybody. It'll be Carlos Santana at the plate, not Kyle Manzardo. My fault on that. That pitch is in there for a strike. Counts 0-1. Here's the pitch. Upstairs 1-1. It'll be a 1-1 to Santana. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Is it playable? It sure is. Diaz makes the play for the first out of the inning. What a disastrous pickup Carlos Santana was. 39 years old. You've got to be shitting me right now. Come on, guys. Could have kept Josh Naylor. One down, nobody on. Dolans suck. If I wanted to. If I wanted to. Here's the pitch. Out in there for a strike, 1-1. What's going on, Rob? Appreciate you joining the stream. Like, Logan Allen's pitching pretty well so far. So that's giving me some encouragement. We just can't hit for Jack tonight. Here's the pitch. Outside 2-1. Michael King is really freaking good. I got him in fantasy, so I'm not too mad about that, but like, dude. Like, we can't be striking out 5 out of 6 at bats. Here's the 2-1 to Jones. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Swing and a foul. Count stays 2-2. Here's the pitch. Well, Hine calls it a strike. That is horrible. That is absolutely terrible. Oh my gosh. That was belt. That was not. That was. Oh, that was way high. Come on. Get out of here. 2 down, nobody on. Coming up is Bo Naylor. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul, 0-1. Ridiculous umpiring. Absolutely ridiculous. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Did he go? He didn't. 1-2. So it'll be a 1-2 to Bo Naylor. Here's the pitch. What's going on? What's going on, Allison? How's it going? Yeah, let's go Guards. Swing and a miss, got him swinging. Michael King is absolutely feasting on the Cleveland Guardians lineup tonight. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. The Bo Naylor stuff's going to get really quiet really soon. At least I hope. At this point, just put Hedges in there. At least he hit in spring and is hitting now. Surprise, surprise. But yeah. So. All right. So. Man. So we're back from commercial break. It'll be the San Diego Padres hitting. Here's the pitch to Manny Machado. Manny Machado. Here's the pitch. Outside 1-0. Padres. So what's that mean? Here's the pitch. Swing and a base hit for Machado. Runner on first, nobody out. Here's the pitch in there for a strike to Bogarts. 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Bogarts. Here's the pitch. And a pickoff attempt. Once again, it'll be an 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a grounder to second on to first. Double play! That's the third of the game. 2 down. Those double plays always going to get you hype. There we go. Gold Glove Brian Rocchio, breakout candidate. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Good plays. That pitch is hit in the air. Deep right center. Gone. What the hell? I hype up the double play and they allow a homer. That's my bad. That's on me. Good news, it's Jackson Merrill. I got him in fantasy too. So the 2 Padres I have in fantasy are Jackson Merrill and Michael King, and they're both smoking us tonight. So I'll take it. I mean, crap. I don't know. My fantasy team's cooking at least. Colby Alberson and shambles per source. Well, I'm crushing Colby. Yeah. Yelich had a big game too. Dominguez even had a big game. Nice. But yeah. Here's the pitch to Gurriel down low. 1-1. Yeah, I did, Jacob. It'll be a 1-1. Swing and a fly ball left field. Quan under it. He'll make the play for the third out of the inning. If you guys have not, please hit the like button. Would really appreciate that. It helps us in the algorithm. Also hit the subscribe button if you're new and interested in more MLB content and streams. Kyle Tucker's too good. I don't know what the frick they were doing getting rid of him. The Astros. I don't care if you got Cam Smith back. He's got upside. Come on. Should have just extended him, bro. You know? Like, Kyle Tucker's generational talent versus Orrs per beat Thamel. I'm just kidding. All right, we are back. No, he's not pitching horrible. Not at all. He just had one mistake there. He's got to play. Yeah, I have Michael King and Jackson Merrill, and they're like the only two players that are actually doing anything for the Padres, and I have both of them. I'm crushing in fantasy though. I had Yelich, I had Dominguez, I had Trout. I think it was they all cooked today. That pitch just swung on and missed by Gabriel Arias 0-1. So it'll be an 0-1 to Arias from King. Here's the pitch. Outside 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a fly ball. It's going to be a base hit for Gabriel Arias. Push that agenda now. Let's go. Quit playing with them, bro. Coming up to the plate will be Daniel Schneemann. Here's the pitch to Daniel Schneemann. Down low, 1-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Had a good changeup, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Did he go? Yep. 1-2. Swing and a miss, had a good changeup. That'll be the first out of the inning. Struck him out. Michael King continues to cook. That pitch is down low to Rocchio, 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 to Rocchio. Swung on and fouled back, 1-1. It'll be a 1-1 to Rocchio. Here's the pitch. High, 2-1. So, yeah. That pitch is in there for a strike. That's absolutely nasty. 2-2. It's unhittable. So, last time we played King, we got pieced up too. He's really damn good. He does have a high pitch count, though. Here's the pitch, and he swung and a missed at a fastball. That's an absolutely intelligent pitch, a high fastball, because he's been going with that changeup that goes up and down, and he just went with a high fastball and fooled Rocchio. 2 down. He now has 10 Ks, 4 2/3. I mean, that's an excellent pitch. Good night, Allison. Astros lost good. Jose Altuve's a soy boy beta cuck. Here's Stephen Kwan at the plate. Here's the pitch. How is and that pitch is outside 1-0. How is Michael King a reliever so long for his career? Aaron Boone really is a terrorist, isn't he? Here's the pitch. Popped foul, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Yeah. That's horrible. Way high strike. 1-2. That's terrible. It'll be a 1-2 to Stephen Kwan. Down low, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, foul. It'll be a 2-2. Upstairs, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 to King, from Kwan to King. Gonna take strike 3. What a pitch. That's just nasty. There's nothing you can do there. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Padres lead 1-0. I mean, that's an absolutely nasty pitch by Michael King. If the Padres do decide to trade him by the deadline, they're going to get an absolute haul. Absolute haul for him. Because I think they're going to trade one of him or Cease by the deadline to get some prospect capital back that they've lost over the past few years. So just waiting for the. What's going on, Isaiah? Ovechkin scored today. There we go. Is he close to the record? How many is it now until he gets it? We're headed to the bottom of the fifth. That pitch is in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. And that pitch is in there for a strike, 0-2. It'll be an 0-2 from Allen to Iglesias. Swing and a foul. That pitch is grounded to Rocchio to first. Safe. I didn't know Jose Iglesias could run like that in the big 2025, but yep, runner on first, nobody out. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1 to Brandon Lockridge. That pitch is outside, 1-1. So it'll be a 1-1 to Brandon Lockridge. Here's the pitch. Swung and a miss, and the count is 1-2. Here's the pitch down low, and the count is 2-2. And Iglesias is going to steal second. Here's the 2-2. Upstairs, 3-2. And that pitch is outside, ball 4. So runners on first and second, nobody out. So, yeah. So up the plate is Elias Diaz. Another double play would be nice here. Here's the pitch. It's a bunt. Foul. 0-1. So it'll be an 0-1. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. Here's the pitch. He bunts. It's a good bunt. I mean, that's risky to bunt with 2 strikes, but he was able to get it down. Runners on second and third, 1 down for the Padres. Coming up will be Fernando Tatis Jr. So, yeah. Here's the pitch to Tatis. In there for a strike, 0-1. So it'll be an 0-1 to Fernando Tatis Jr. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air. Did he get it? No. It's going to be a sac fly, though. That'll be the second out of the inning. 2-0, San Diego. And Lockridge will advance to third. I have no idea why we're getting destroyed by Brandon Lockridge, out of all people. It'll be Luis Ariz at the plate. That pitch is fouled off by Ariz, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Ariz. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Foul ball, 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 to Ariz. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-2. It'll be a 2-2. It's a fly ball, foul. Count stays 2-2. The base hit, of course. 3-0. Logan Allen can't get his ass out of it. Pretty uninspiring, to be honest with you. We just got to get out off this Padres team. They're just too hot right now. Them and the Dodgers will be competing for the division if they keep playing like this. So, yeah. It'll be Manny Machado up to the plate. We'll have a mound visit. Here's the first pitch to Machado. Down low, 1-0. That pitch is low, 2-0. Here's the next offering to Machado. Base hit. Arias is going to get the third. Or is he out? He's out. Nice play there by Stephen Kwan. Another outfield assist for the Guardians, and that'll be the third out of the inning. We'll head to the top of the sixth. The Guardians are trailing 3-0. If you guys have not, please hit the like button. Would appreciate it. It helps us in the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button if you're new, and turn on the post notification bell. So watching the Braves versus the Dodgers. There you go, Crom. What's going on, Bonnie? How we doing? Back from the game. Orioles and Braves are done for not signing Jeff Hoffman. Yep. Don't know why the Orioles didn't pick him up, but it is what it is. We'll head to the top of the sixth. So here's the pitch. And their first strike in the count is 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Ramirez. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-1, right in gambling. Yeah, there we go. Here's the 1-1 to Ramirez. Foul back, 1-2. It'll be a 1-2 to Jose Ramirez. Jeremiah Estrada is now the pitcher for the Padres. Had 94 strikeouts in 61 innings last season. Here's the 1-2 offering. Swung on and flied in the air. Right field. Under it is Tatis. He'll make the play for the first out of the inning. So coming up to the plate will be Kyle Manzardo. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Kyle Manzardo. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Good fastball. Swing and a fly ball, foul, 0-2 still. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop-up. That'll be the second out of the inning. Don't even have to say it because it's going to be caught. Carlos Santana up at the plate. I don't know, Jacob. There's a thing called Google. Sorry, I'm just in a bad mood because of this garbage hitting. This is terrible. Carlos Santana up at the plate. Popped up. You've got to be kidding me. We'll head to the bottom of the sixth. Santana just sucks. That's all I can say, man. Appreciate the 11 people that have joined. Hit the subscribe button for you to the channel. Turn on the post notification bell. Yeah, this is ridiculous, dude. I mean, pop-up after pop-up, strikeout after strikeout. This is an embarrassment. Yeah, they should be pretty good, Jacob. They got a lot of talent. Yeah, this is ridiculous, Bonnie. They thought they could replace Josh Naylor with Carlos Santana. Well, what are we doing? He's 30-9. Excuse my language, but goodness me. I know, Bondy. And I get it. He's a solid defender, but he can't hit. He's a year older than last year. He wasn't terrible at the plate, but he's a year older now. He's going to keep declining and declining. He had an awful spring, too. So, the Dolans, man, worst owners in the game. They suck. Yeah, he's a good player, Andres. Another guy they traded for Luis Ortiz, who's absolutely terrible. The Dolans are the worst owners in the sport, and it's not up for debate. So here's the pitch from Allen to Bogarts in there for a strike, 0-1. So it'll be an 0-1 to Xander Bogarts. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-1. Today, I like the song Zombies. Yeah. Zombies, 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 in your head, in your head. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Zombies, zombies, zombies. So it'll be a 1-2 to Bogarts. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. Bo's got to come up with that. Down low, 2-2. That pitch is swung on and missed. That is his first strikeout of the game. That'll be the first out of the inning as Bogaerts is retired. Watching the Braves feed. There you go. Brandon Gaudin, I think it is. For the Braves. That pitch is fouled off by Merrill, 0-1. That pitch is fouled off, 0-2. It'll be an 0-2 to Merrill. Swinging a foul. Fouled off again. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-2. 6 in a guard. A little bit. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul. He fouled it off his ankle. He'll have to walk it off. So it'll be a 2-2 from Merrill to Allen. Here's the pitch. Down low, 3-2. Ball 4. Runner on first, 1 down. So another mound visit coming up to the plate is Yoli Gurriel. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. And he's going to steal second. Come on, Bo. Runner on second, 1 down. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, and the count is 2-1. Down low, 3-1. Probably have to make a move here. Just doesn't have it right now. Here's the pitch, though. I mean, that's not close. So runners on first and second, 1 down. And Stephen Vogt's going to make a move. Paul Seibold coming in to pitch for Cleveland. A lot of games. Yeah, there are a lot of day games. It's Wednesday. Usually are a lot of games on Wednesdays. So, yeah. I'm so hungry right now. I probably shouldn't eat anything. But, you know. It'll be Jake Cronenworth coming up to the plate. The Crone Zone. Braves are up 1-0. All right. There we go. Here's the pitch. Oh, no, it's thought he picked him off. He didn't. So, nope. Come on, Seawald. There's a bit of an issue with the pitch con, so we'll take a bit of a break here. All right, we're back. That pitch is in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Foul ball, 0-2. Okay. Here's the 0-2. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a foul. Down low, 2-2. That pitch is swung and fouled off again. That pitch is outside, 3-2. Get a double play, yeah. Game's over anyway. We can't score. I don't know why I'm still 3. I'm just kidding. It'll be a payoff to Cronenworth. Here's the pitch. It's a base hit, of course. It'll score a run easy. Runners on first and third, 1 down. Paul Sewald is ass. Holy shit. We gave him $7 million when we could have signed a starting pitcher or a hitter. Fouled back by Hayward. He's pinch hitting for Lockridge, 0-1. Here's the pitch, swung and a missed, 0-2. So it'll be an 0-2 from Paul Sewald to Jason Hayward. Got him swinging. That'll be the second out of the inning. Coming up to the plate is Elias Diaz. And the pickoff attempt. Sliding it safely is Cronenworth. So pitches in the first strike. 0-1. So it'll be an 0-2 Elias Diaz. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, center field. Under it is Schneemann. That'll be the third out of the inning. We'll head to the top of the 7th as the Guardians are down 4-0. Feels like we're down 20-0. The pipe isn't a very good, awesome. Anything for my cutting sweating. There we go. You should beat the Pistons. These amount of homers a week right now. Yeah, that's something. And Jimenez is all of them. So. Bushnell, Andres Jimenez. Andres Jimenez is generational talent, Brett. Yankees. No, Yankees have the most. He said least. But yeah, no booze. There we go. Good. Because they're Brochum Alphas. Wow. That's got to be a troll. Wow. Magoon Gawath is staying at San Diego State. How about that? It'll be a 1-0 to Nolan Jones. That pitch is in there for a strike. Counts 1-1. That pitch is in there for a strike 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Outside 2-2. There's a 70. There we go. Shut up. Swung on and fouled back. Here's the pitch. One down. Shit. Pitches. Wow. Strike called a ball 1-0. That's a surprise. Wow. That's something. None for Vladdy. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Outside 2-1. Noah Gibson, James Washington, Naylor. Here's the 2-1. Upstairs 3-1. Here's the pitch. Ball 4, runner on first, 1 down. There we go. So here's the pitch in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1 Arias. Down low 1-1. Mississauga boy, yep. Down low 2-1. It'll be a 2-1 Arias. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. It'll be 2-2 to Gabriel Arias. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. I'm just about done, guys. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna keep streaming for the time being, but I'm hitting a wall. And this game is just so uninspiring to watch. Coming up to the plate will be Daniel Schneemann, unless they pinch hit, which is possible. Matsui's been killing us. It'll be John Kenzie Noel, big Christmas pinch hitting. So what the hell? Feeble. Yep. Feeble as they come. It's a joke. We just don't have a great team on paper. The thing is, we had a lot of success last year, and a lot of people. I thought we would be pretty good. I mean, we could still be a pretty good team. The Padres might just be really, really good. So yeah, I don't know. That's where I'm at right now, pretty much. So here's the pitch to John Kenzie Noel. Upstairs 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Outside 2-0. Here's the pitch. Did he go? Nope, 3-0. Good take by Big Christmas. It'll be a 3-0 to John Kenzie Noel. Inside ball 4. Oh, yeah. So runners on first and second, 2 down. And we'll have a pitching change as Brian Rokia will come up to the plate. What's going on, Harry? How we doing? Appreciate you joining. Lakers and Warriors 4 and 5 seeds. Yeah. And like a bad slider. Yeah. Pretty much. That's pretty much what the story is tonight. Here's Brian Rokia at the plate. Here's the first pitch from Jason Adam, outside 1-0. So it'll be a 1-0 to Brian Rokia. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul, 1-1. Yeah, Andre Knott. And his bald head. Here's the pitch. Did it hit him? Yep. Bases loaded, 2 down. Big moment for Stephen Kwan here. Yeah, his head is really shiny. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Dang. Rip the Raptors. At least you have Jameson Battle. Bowling ball waxed. Yes, sir. Here's the pitch. Outside 1-1. Here's the pitch. Upstairs 2-1. In there for a strike. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. So Mir annoyed me with that play in talk last all year. Yeah. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. Quan struck out 5 times since 8 at-bats in this series. That is not like him. I'm about almost done. This is just inflating. Bottom of the 7th coming up. I'll be right back, everybody. That's very uncharacteristic. Yeah, I know. Get ready for the lottery. Cooper. We are back from commercial break. Joey Cantillo pitching. In there for a strike 0-1. Here's the pitch. Upstairs 1-1. Castillo is dealing. Yeah, not surprising. He's really good. Won the Cy Young last year. Down low 2-1. It'll be a 2-1 to Fernando Tatis Jr. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike 2-2. Good pitch by Cantillo. Down low. Count is now full 3-2. Here's the pitch. Inside ball 4. Guy has no command. I don't know why he's out there. That pitch is low, ball 1, 1-0 to Arise. It'll be a 102 Luis Arise. Hit that like button if you guys are not. I'm really exhausted doing this for you guys. Here's the pitch. Tatis will try to steal. He's safe. So runner on second, nobody out. Two more likes until we get to 10. Hopefully we can get those 2 sooner rather than later. That pitch is grounded to Arias at second to first. That'll be the first out of the inning. Runner on third as Tatis advances. Here's the pitch. Down low, and the count is 1-0. That pitch is down low, 2-0 to Machado. That pitch is inside, 3-0. That pitch is well inside for ball 4. 4-0. So, runners on the corners, 1 down. Coming up will be Xander Bogaerts. And that throw to first was almost thrown away, but no. But here's the first offering from Joey Cantillo to Xander Bogaerts. That pitch is in there for a ball, and Manny Machado is going to steal second, of course. So Cantillo intentionally walks him, and then he just steals with a terrible pitch. Come on, dude. Here's Xander Bogaerts coming to the plate. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder. They're going to go home. Nope. Arias bobbles the ball. Okay. First and third, 1 down, 5-0. The whole team has sucked tonight. The whole team has absolutely sucked tonight. There's no doubt about it. Nobody has played well tonight. So. But down low, 1-0 to Merrill. It'll be a 1-0 to Merrill. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul, 1-1. It'll be a 1-1 to Jackson Merrill. Here's the pitch. Grounder foul, 1-2. I know, Bondi. It'll be a 1-2. Here's the 1-2 offering to Jackson Merrill. Swing and a miss. And Bo Naylor's throw gets in the infield, and they're going to score a run. Bo Naylor needs to be sent down. I'm done with his bullshit. He sucks. No need to even try to throw the runner out there. I don't get it. The guy just has no intelligence on the IQ on the field. None. Pitch to Gurriel in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Bring back Chief Wahoo, I agree. It'll be an 0-1 to Gurriel. Popped in the air, foul, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Way inside. Here's the pitch. Popped in the air. Rocchio makes the play for the third out of the inning. If the Guardians don't get anything going here, I'm probably going to call it, but we'll see what happens. If they can get maybe a run. I don't know. He sucks, Bondi. He sucks. So. We'll just wait on the inning to begin. This is an absolute shit show. Stole that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, LeBron was at the Diddy parties. LeBron might be in trouble. He was at the Diddy parties. Ain't nobody like a Diddy party. I am streaming from a lounge, Jimmy. But what's going on? Appreciate you joining. It'll be Jose Ramirez at the plate. Here's the pitch. Jason Adams is still out there. One of the nastiest relievers I've ever watched. 1-0. His form, like, how are you supposed to hit that? Like, and he's so productive with it. Like, that's literally Jason Adams. You know, a pitcher throws like this, but he throws like it just comes out. You know, that pitch is in there for a strike, and the count is 1-1. So it'll be a 1-1 to Ramirez. You're talking about the TV app that works on my phone. Yeah, it's nice. It works. Here's the 1-1 in there for a ball. 2-1. So. Here's the pitch. Upstairs 3-1. Swing and a miss. 3-2. That's on live for the game. I'm a Pods fan. Used to live in Cali before I had to escape before we got a dang. Yeah, I'm a Guardians fan. We suck, but yeah, I'm here just calling the games. I'll be calling tomorrow's game too. That pitch is fouled back, and the count is now full 3-2. So once again, it'll be a payoff pitch to Jose Ramirez from Jason Adam. Yeah, their pod pen's been good. Our pen has struggled this year. We had a great pen last year, but swing and a miss, got him swinging. What a lifeless game for the Guardians. But yeah, what I was saying about our bullpen, we don't have Eric Sabrowski or Trevor Stephan right now, so we need to get those guys back. And Joey Cantola needs to go to like the morgue or something. I think we have a decent squad. I just think the Padres are a little bit better, at least right now. Hopefully we see some improvement throughout the season because we played a pretty damn good series against the Royals in Kauffman. Here's the pitch to Manzardo. Down low, 1-0. Play against Billy. Yeah, I heard that. We just have no pitching advantage in this game. You guys didn't have to face either Tanner Bybee or Gavin Williams, so that helped you guys too. Inside 2-0. Yeah, the Guardians are screwed. Braves might not win a game this year. It's a foul ball for Manzardo, 2-1. So Tanner Scott, but Ruben Niebla, he's amazing. He was our assistant pitching coach, and our pitching hasn't been the same since we lost him. And I'm dead serious when I'm saying that too. Like he's got the guy everyone thought was like the firecracker in all of our pitching development. And it's looking like that's the case. I mean, I do miss him. He should have been hired pitching coach over Carl Willis. That's going to be a ground out, second out of the inning. My bet over 6.5. Yes, sir. We'll see if we can get another run. It's going to have to be the Padres because the Guardians ain't doing jack. But appreciate you joining, Matthew. My Ringo is clutching up on me in fantasy. I'm crying. Arango, yeah. I have Jackson Merrill and Michael King, and they're both going nuts in this game. So, for sure, yeah. It'll be Carlos Santana at the plate, washed. But nobody on, 2 down. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball. What a play by the second baseman. Cronenworth. I hate Cronenworth. He's a bitch. He took my girl, Brooke Fletcher, and he also owns the shit out of the Guardians. And he's also got a punchable ass face. So we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Where's San Diego at in the lineup? It'll be Cronenworth, Hayward, and Diaz. So not the greatest. But if they put Joey Cantillo back out there, and you guys there might be another run. Because he sucks. Sorry, I'm just calling it how it is, guys. Brother, go your team over channel grows. Look for that. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Let's see our likes. My goal was 10 likes tonight. Hopefully we get that. But I do appreciate all fan bases coming around. I think that's definitely best. So, yeah, we're at 10 likes. Let's go. There we go. Appreciate it, Jimmy. So here we go. It'll be Joey Cantillo again. You get Mike get another run, Matthew. That pitch is down low, 1-0. I'm predicting they'll score a run. It'll be 7-0 in the top of the ninth. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-0. Yeah, this guy's lost it. He has no fastball command. That pitch is low, 3-0. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 3-1. It'll be a 3-1. In there for a strike, 3-2. That is going to be a base hit. Oh my gosh. Cantillo sucks! Bro. He is so bad, dude. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Hayward. Chin music, 1-1. It'll be a 1-1 to Hayward. Here's the pitch. Yeah, drop better get. Learning Wispy. Nice play there by Ramirez. Did they get any outs, though? No. Yikes. So runners on first and second, nobody out. What a terrible baseball game for the Guardians. This is bad. This is the worst I've seen them play in a long time. I mean, goodness me. It'll be Elias Diaz at the plate. In there for a strike. I mean, not a ball. Wow. I'm just kidding. That pitch was way inside. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm so tired. That pitch is popped in the air. Ramirez under it. Dropped it. You've got to be shitting me. Are you watching this? Holy fucking shit. I'm sorry for my language. I did get an out because of infield fly, but holy cow. Tatis swings and misses at a changeup, 0-1. Here's the pitch, down low, 1-1. Pitch is down low, 2-1. It'll be a 2-1 to Tatis Jr. Here's the pitch. Down low, 3-1. Here's the 3-1. It's a grounder. And Cantillo with a nice play, but that's going to get a run in. You won your bet, buddy. Good job, Matthew. I told you it was going to be 7-0 before the inning started. Because Joey Cantillo is horse manure. Like the guy has literal batting practice. And he can't throw strikes. I don't know why the Guardians just didn't trade a guy like him at the deadline. Like they refuse to trade prospects. And I dog on the Dolans all the time, but Antonetti and Chernoff, you got to be better than that. That pitch is way high, 1-0 to Arise. In there for a strike, 1-1. Swing and a foul, 1-2. Here's a 1-2 to Luis Arise. It's a grounder right to Cantillo. Nice play. He'll make the play for the third out of the inning. We'll head to the top of the ninth as the Padres extend their lead to 7-0. Guardians haven't scored in 16 straight innings. Oh, nice. Karam watching the Dodger game. There we go. Is the IQ of a third grader? No. So, Chris Woodard, where do you see that guy? Yeah, former Rangers manager. Generational talent. So, yep, Kevin, what's going on, man? Appreciate you joining the stream. I mean, the Tigers won because the Mariners have no offense. I don't know how are the Mariners going to win games this year with this offense? They might have a historically terrible offense. And they didn't do anything in the offseason. The Padres are freaking good, man. I feel bad for the Braves, but they had to play the Padres and Dodgers back-to-back to start the season. Like, that's brutal. Omar Cruz coming in for the Padres hit a 3.96 ERA in the minors last year. Here's the pitch to Nolan Jones. High ball 1-0. No consistency with this umpire tonight at all. Here's the pitch to Jones, 0-for-3 with 3 Ks. I have no idea why he's facing a lefty in there for a strike. Here's the pitch. Strike 1-2. Yeah, Braves, man. Brutal. Here's the 1-2 from Cruz to Nolan Jones. Here's the pitch. I'm expecting a swing and a miss here. Inside 2-2. So it'll be a 2-2 from Omar Cruz to Nolan Jones. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Yikes. It's golden sombrero for Nojo. Don't know why he's facing left-handed pitching. Come on, Vogue. Yeah, 0-7 would be brutal. They got to turn it around quick. Brian Snicker might be retiring too, what I've been hearing. Here's the pitch to Bo Naylor. Just let Austin Hedges hit you. And their first strike 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Bo Naylor. Here's the pitch. Inside 1-1. Chin music. Can we get a home run? Something to be happy about. Something to walk away with. Here's the 1-1. Down low, 2-1. It'll be a 2-1 to Bo Naylor. He's 0-for-2 with a walk tonight. Here's the 2-1 offering. Outside 3-1. Gabriel Arias on deck. Another chance to push the agenda. Here's the pitch to Naylor. Hits it in the air. Right field. Tatis Jr. under it. That'll be the second out of the inning. He doesn't drop it like Jose. Gabriel Arias will be the Guardians' last hope. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It'll be an 0-2 to Arias. The ground ball. Nice pick by Bogarts, and that'll be the end of the game. The Padres win 7-0, and the Guardians put on another lifeless performance as Padres win the series, and we'll go for the sweep tomorrow. We will be back live tomorrow for tomorrow's game. Tomorrow's game will start at 4:10. It'll be Ben Lively versus Dylan Cease on the mound. And the Padres are now 6-0 with 3 shutouts. Third team in history to start that. 1980 Reds, 1940 Dodgers. It might just be a special season in San Diego. And the Guardians, it could be a solid season still, but they do need to clean some things up offensively and defensively. Defense isn't looking too bad overall, though, but offense needs to be cleaned up a bit. And I understand the Padres have some damn good pitching. They might have the best pitching in baseball right now, but you want to clean some things up either way, and they know that. So the Guardians, they were just pretty much lifeless tonight, and you saw it right when they went down 3-0. You knew it was kind of the end of the be-all for them. And the Padres, good luck to them, good game, and we'll be back with it tomorrow, hoping to avoid the sweep and getting back to 500 as teams like the Twins and Tigers are starting to win. I don't know what the Royals did tonight. Let's check. They lost 5-0 to Milwaukee. Milwaukee got their first win, so that's good there. It's all right, Kevin, but crazy enough to say the least, we're actually still in first place. So, because I think the whole division is 2-3 right now, but I think the Guardians have 2 wins against the division, so that helps them. So I think even as bad as it is right now, I think we're still in first place right now. Let me check the standings. Pretty much. So yeah, I appreciate everyone that stuck around. If you guys have not, please hit the subscribe button for the channel, turn on the post notification bell, like the video, comment in the chat if you'd like. Would appreciate it very much. We're going to be live again tomorrow if you guys are interested in that. 4:10, turn on the notifications. And yeah, we'll be doing the full games as we're trying to do the full games for every game, as many games as possible this season. I'll probably go to some games. That'll be like me not streaming, but I'll probably do a post-game video after the games I go to make up for it. But yeah, appreciate everyone being here. Sports expert here. The Padres defeat the Guardians at a final score of 7-0. I'm out, guys. Peace.